Hey, what's up? I'm going to be streaming the Gwent closed beta today. I got an invite a while back, which if you don't know what Gwent is the card game that was part of Witcher 3. And people loved the card game so much in Witcher that there was demand for it, and so the developers went ahead and made it its own standalone game. I've never played a card game ever. This is the first one that I've ever even been interested in. I've got a lot of friends that play Magic with the actual cards, and I always thought they were big dorks and didn't want to play with them. I got friends that play Munchkin. I didn't want to play that crap. But then when I played The Witcher, the Gwent game was actually a lot of fun. So I don't know if Magic and Munchkin and those are like this. I assume they probably are. But this is one that I can play in the comfort of my own home without the stigma of being a total nerd. So that's good. I'm very insecure, so this is good for those of us that are insecure and don't want to be dungeon masters in Dungeons and Dragons. Basically, you start out with a starter deck. I'll show you some decks here. This is your deck builder, which you've got different options here. So this is what the menu looks like in the game. Here in your deck builder, you've got different factions. There's 4 different factions to choose from. You've got the Skellige deck, the Scoia'tael deck, the Monsters deck, and then the Northern Realms deck. And these are all starter decks, and so you can kind of go in here and play around with them whenever you first get started and choose different cards to go in. And I actually used the Northern Realms starter deck to create this one I have now. And each of these cards that are displayed here are different leader cards. And you start out, these are the default ones that you start out with. When you advance in the game a little bit, sometimes you'll get rewarded new cards by opening card kegs. Or you can collect what are called scraps, which you get for winning. Sometimes you get them as bonuses if somebody gives you a good game, which we'll talk about in a second. But you can use those scraps to craft different cards, and I'll show you the crafting system here in just a moment. But here's a look at my deck real quick. This is what it looks like when you get into this. As you can see, you can choose a maximum of 40 cards in a deck, a minimum of 25. Right now I've got 29 cards in this deck, and I like keeping my deck lower, which again, I'm noob. I am a noob. I don't know a whole lot about card games, but I like keeping my card minimum down, or my maximum down rather, toward the minimum end, because I have a better idea of what kind of a draw I'm going to get when I start a game. And so this is a little more predictive for me, a little more predictable. I can go in there and kind of know what I'm going to be working with most of the time. And so you can have only up to 6 silver cards. There's 3 different classes of cards: bronze, silver, and gold. And so as you see here, you can tell what class a card is by the border here along the outside. So these are all bronze cards here. This is a silver card, and then this down here is a gold card. And these numbers up here, those are the strength of the card that you're playing with. And so the basic idea behind Gwent, how you win, is whoever has the highest total number at the end when the game adds up all these numbers here on the left. That's who wins the round. And you play 3 rounds. When you're playing against another person, it's the best 2 out of 3. And you can only play against other people in Gwent. You play online, and it's an online card game against other people. So there's actually a real living human being on the other end of the game. And there are practice modes, I think, where you can play the computer, but I haven't even played around with that yet, so I don't even know if there's any different options there. But anyway, the different cards will have different functions. Like this guy here gives health to other cards. He can give health to 2 other cards. And so whenever I hover the mouse pointer, you may notice over on this area over here, it tells you what this card does. And so this guy adds 3 strength to 2 non-gold units on your side. So when I'm playing, for instance, if I play 2 of these guys, these are both bronze cards, I can throw this guy down, and then he's going to add 3 strength to these 2 guys, or any 2 that I select. He'll add 3 strength through. This cow card over here is pretty cool. If you throw it down, it only has 1 strength to begin with, but at the end of the round, when it leaves the battlefield, it spawns this monster that has 9 strength. Or if it gets hit before the round is over, and is taken out of the battlefield, it spawns that monster. And so that's pretty cool. This guy down here is a very, very powerful card, even though he only has 1 strength. He spawns what's called a commander's horn, which is this thing down here. And a commander's horn will double the strength of every non-gold unit on my side. And so I can get cards and stack buffs on them and make them very, very powerful. And buffs are things like this guy up here that I talked about a second ago, or this potion right here, which adds 8 strength to a non-gold unit. Hey, it adds strength to a witcher. That's good to know. If it's a witcher. Wait a second. Is it a non-gold witcher? See, this is why I'm a noob. I don't even know what's going on here. This is my witcher card, which is Geralt, if any of you guys know the Witcher series. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what every card does. I'll just let you see as I play the game a little bit. But they all do different things, and so the people that are really going to be good at Gwent are the ones that can find the best combinations of cards, because like I said, you can take up to 40 in a deck. These are my excess cards down here for this deck that I don't want to play around with. And so I just kind of throw them in the dead pile down here. But anyway, we'll get going here in a moment. All right. So let me get out of the deck builder. This is my card collection, and this is actually where you can go to build cards or take cards you don't want and turn them into scraps. And you can see the display up here on this side. This shows my level. So I have played around with this a little bit the last few days and kind of learned the game a little bit. This is my avatar. This is my name. Here's the amount of gold ore that I have. Now, gold ore is something that you can purchase via the shop with actual money, just like any other pay-for-play game. Or you earn gold by winning against your opponents and leveling up. And you'll see that there's a leveling system built into the game. As you win, you advance toward the next level, like so many other games. If you lose, you don't get any experience, you don't advance. Here's the scrap pile, and I'm currently saving up my scraps because I want to get up to 800 because I want this guy right here, which is a decoy, which costs, if you'll see down here in the bottom right, whenever I hover over, it says it costs 800 scraps to craft, but if you already have a decoy card and mill it out, it gives you 200 scraps. So that's a pretty good payout compared to the others. And you may say, man, 800 to make and 200 to get if you get one. Yeah, that's pretty typical of the ratio and the rest of these. As you can see, like, these are all the different cards. There's one I can craft. I'll show you what a crafting looks like, or excuse me, a milling looks like real quick. And so I'm going to mill this guy, and I'm going to gain 5 scraps. Now you'll see if I had crafted this guy, it would cost me 30 scraps to craft. I'll go ahead and mill that out. And so I don't know if there's anything I can craft. Here, I'll craft one of these things. Actually, no, I won't, because I don't want to use my scraps. Maybe you can see me craft something later, or you can just get this and craft something on your own. I don't know how many of these closed betas they're getting out, but you see where to go, and you kind of see how this works. So this is a card that I really want. Another card that I want, actually, I think it's over here, is this Witcher card right here, which wipes out the opposing row. So anyway, you can look at that and play around with it. This is the shop down here. Did my game freeze? Oh, there it goes. As you can see, these are card kegs. And so you pay money to get these and open them up. And I don't have any money right now. So, like, I mean, I have money, but I'm not going to spend it on this game. I like to just get the ore from winning matches and coming down here and buying these. Now, these don't pay out very well. Most of the cards you get are crap. I've only gotten a couple of good cards, and I've opened a bunch of kegs. So just kind of know that going in. There's not a really good payout on the kegs yet. I don't know if they're going to tweak that as they go along. They maybe don't want to give away all the good cards during the beta. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and play a match just so you guys can see how it works. Okay, now I'm going to be playing against Aridin, which this is a monster deck that I'm going up against. Monster decks are dangerous for me because they use weather cards. Now, I've got some good cards here. This wolf guy will lock one of my cards down to come back the next round. So that's a pretty good little card for me. Let's see here. I have an okay deck, not a great deck for this guy. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to have to go with it. So you start out, you get to redraw 3 cards. And so these are coming out of those 29 that I started with. And he just screwed me over right there because he played a fog card, which means any of my cards that I would play on the second row, which is the arrow guy row, you may notice sword, crossbow, and catapult. Sword, crossbow, and then this guy will go anywhere. I don't have any catapult cards. But he screwed me because now all my crossbow guys, they're not going to be very happy going right there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this guy. And I'm going to hope he doesn't play another weather card to kill this guy's... Okay. There we go. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna buff this dude up right here. Okay. And so I'm gonna do this. That's gonna keep this guy to the next round. And what I'm gonna try to do is buff them even higher. Okay, see, he just screwed me. And so what I will do is I will just let him have this round. And I'll come back next round and try to kill him. If he hadn't played that weather card, what I would have done is I would have played this guy up here, and then I would have doubled their strength, and then I would have turned them gold, because that's what my leader does. Each of your leader cards has a special ability. And when you turn a card gold, weather and attack cards can't work against them. Okay, now I'm going to assume, since he played the weather card up here to buff his monsters who actually gain strength from the fog, he's not going to do that this second round. And then he disses the second round. Okay, I may just lose this one. I may lose this one. I'm not really sure if I can pull out a win here. We'll see. This is why I hate playing the monster decks, because my deck's biggest weakness is the weather cards. I don't carry anything to combat that. I guess I should maybe start carrying a clear sky card, which negates all the weather. Because when it's played on me, I'm pretty much just screwed. do what I can here, but it's not going to be a whole lot. It's going to be pretty paltry, I'm afraid. So I got to take that one out. Let's take that out here. Yeah, I'm gonna limp along here. This guy may just have me. I may not be able to compete. Ah, he's gonna kill that one. All right. Well. Yeah, he's probably got me. He's working the same basic strategy that I am. I'm gonna buff these. Now he's taking a 25 and a 6, and in the next round I'm taking a 24 and a 6, and mine are gold. So we both, this is the number of cards you have left. You may notice both of us don't have any cards. So whatever card is drawn next, if I get a really strong card, I'm going to win. Oh, wait. I already lost. Never mind. Yeah, he won the 2. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. Alright, so I'm going to play again. And hopefully not go up against the guy with a bunch of weather cards. That only happens every once in a while. If it's not somebody that's playing the weather cards, then I generally do all right. So this guy, yeah, okay, I'm playing against a Northern deck. Typically, the Northern Realms decks don't carry the weather cards. You can, but most people don't. And so I'm banking on the fact that this guy's like most people. If he's not, then I'm going to be in trouble again. So I'm going to switch up some cards here. Oh, shoot. Okay. I didn't mean to click that one. I meant to click this guy. Actually, that worked out really well, though. So we're going to say that that was just fine. So throw this dude out and see if he attacks that card. He's going to play his cow. Okay. Let's see. I can buff this guy. Okay, if this works out, I'm going to have a very, very strong card at the end of this round, which is going to make it difficult for him to win not only this round, but also the next round, too. I'm just going to focus all my efforts on buffing this card and hope that he doesn't have a Scorch card that can wipe out the highest card on the map. Let's see. Let's do this. Alright, he has not scorched me yet, so I'm going to assume that he does not have that card, which is going to make it easy for me to buff this as high as I can, and then I will turn it gold with my king card. Oh! That's the last thing I needed right there. Okay, I'm screwed. The second worst thing than the Scorch card in this situation for me is that right there, the weather card. So I'm just going to let him have this round because I don't want to waste all my good buffs on that. That sucks. That pisses me off. I'm going to have to start carrying clear sky cards. That just seals the deal. Because here's this guy with the Northern deck playing a weather card. That is not normal, but I guess they're wising up to these strats that I've been using. So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as we're done with this round, I'm going back to my deck builder, and I'm getting a card that's going to keep me from getting owned like that. It pisses me off. I wasted 2 high buffs on that card just to have him killed. This guy counts down. When he gets down to 0, he'll spawn another unit like him, and then they'll strengthen one another. And then that one will do the same thing and spawn one more. You can carry 3 of each type of card in a deck, except for special cards. Like I can only get 1 of this guy. In certain others, you can only have 1 of a gold card, but for the bronze, you can typically carry up to 3 of them. And so that's what that card does. This guy right here is going to resurrect a dead unit. And so he's going to resurrect one of my buff cards, which sucks. I wasn't thinking, because I should have had this guy up there to get buffed. See, I'm a noob. I'm just learning. You guys are in the process of watching me learn. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy up here, and I think I can outbuff him. I think. So we'll see. I don't know what else he has. He has this guy who can double one of these cards down here. Just make a cop, not double it in terms of strength, but just make a copy of it if it's a non-gold. So he can make a copy of this card. That's his special attack there. So I'm going to resurrect. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buff out one of these up here. I think I can beat this guy. If he doesn't throw a weather card down, I think I can beat him. Yeah, I should have this. So I'm going to buff this one. And I'm going to play this one up here, and I'm going to buff this one and this one. Yeah, I totally got him, unless he's got something really powerful. And then he's going to be in trouble next round, too. Okay, he's got a buff card there. Oh, he's going to take him into the next round. But he has no idea, so he's feeling really good about himself because he's got a 20 card he's going to take into the next round. He has no idea what I've got up my sleeve for him. So I'm going to take a 19 card, and he's thinking, oh, 20's better than 19. 20's better than 19. Oh, I'm going to pass because I got you. I got you. And then I'm going to do this to him. Oh, yeah. Look at that. And then I'm going to turn him gold. So even if he has a Scorch card, there's nothing you can do, brother. There's nothing you can do. And so if you can't beat a 40, you got a 20. I got a 40. You got a 20. I got a 40. I won that round. Let's see what you can do. Oh, look at that. I got a worthless piece of crap card. It's a nothing card. I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to show you what I got. Now, take your 3 cards and beat my 40. Oh, he can't do it. So he throws a card down that helps him replace other cards, which means he had a weak deck and couldn't win. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. He may actually have me. Oh, he just tied me. He pulls a Witcher card. Oh, screw this game. I quit. Okay. So, see, that's the kind of crap that happens in Gwent. You get screwed over. So, I'm going to have to play again. Man, that weather card. Oh, I forgot. Get out. Escape, escape, escape. Oh, dang it. I'm in another game. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the weather card. All right, so I've got that. Let's see. Ooh, okay, good. I got the trumpet. I need some more individual buffs. So I'm gonna replace. I don't need another one of you. I don't need another one of you. Oh, okay. Better than nothing. I gotta. Which I can actually use 3 of these because I've got this guy who will call all instances from the deck of that bronze unit. So I'm gonna fight fire with fire by playing the same card this guy played. Now, I totally just threw that down as a distraction. That's all I wanted him to do right there. And so I'm going to resurrect that card because I want that to be my distraction for this guy. Because my whole strategy on this side is to buff this Redanian Knight as high as possible, then secure them for the next round and turn them gold so that there's nothing that can be done to them. And so that's my whole strategy here, is to get that buff as high as possible on that Redanian Knight. And so if I can distract him by making him attack other cards or using his Scorch cards or his Weather cards or his little Soleil de Tanserville that shoots arrows at my cards, if I can get him to do it on this one down here, that's what I'm going for. So this, I'm not even worried about the damage they're going to deal against him in this round. All I'm worried about is this being a distraction and this card getting thrown down so I can buff it. See, that's all. He thinks he's doing something. That's all bull crap. That's all that is. So now I'm going to throw this guy down and I'm going to hope that he doesn't do anything to take any health away from this. That is precisely what I did not want him to do. What a freaking douchebag. I'm still going to buff it. Pisses me off. And if he has a Scorch card... Ah! I quit. That round anyway. This is such bullcrap. As I'm commentating on this, they're doing exactly what I'm telling you I don't want them to do. It's not funny. Look at that. But I lost one of my major buffs, and so my strategy isn't going to be as powerful as it would have been. Go ahead and play your stupid cards. Okay. I'm going to throw this one down as a distraction. Now, he's going to try to... Crap. All right, I shouldn't have played that card. That's going to give him 30 right there if he has another one of these guys, I think. And it may turn him gold, too. Okay. Well, no, he's going to play... Yeah, he's going for the gold play. Because this right here gains strength whenever a gold card appears. So... that's going to keep him busy at least, and I can buff my card and maybe turn it gold before he can do anything to it. Okay. Took him to 8. Okay, and it didn't give that... Oh, it did give him strength. Okay. So I'm going to play this, which is going to call 2 more archers who are going to come in and buff this. Okay, so now I'm going to play the Yennefer card, which will allow me to either remove 2 strength or add 2 strength to all the cards, including my opponent's cards in the field. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 because I believe that number one, I've got more cards than he does, and so it's going to give me a higher overall buff, but also I think I can buff my card to where this isn't even going to be a factor up here. Okay, that's not what I wanted to happen. Actually, that's a good thing to happen because guess what? I'm going to save that until the end, and I'm going to wipe his 38 card out with my Scorch card. Unless I don't need to. Well, actually, I probably will just save the Scorch card because I don't think I'm even going to need it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this guy to make him think I'm just thinking about the next round. He can't play a Scorch card because the Scorch card kills whatever's highest on the map. And so here's what I'm going to do. Boom. Not only that, boom, I'm going to turn it gold. So now, unless he has a special card that can attack a gold card, which those are very rare, he's not going to be able to do anything to my 46 gold. And so now here I'm moving into the last round, and I start out with the 46 gold, and he's only got 3 cards to beat a 46, which is going to be tough. I'm just going to go ahead and pass. That can't do anything. Normally that silver would attack for 4, but he can't attack a gold. So he's just going to try to buff himself up. I don't know what he's got here at the end. He's probably just going to pass because I don't think he can win. Yep, I win. Now, you have the option at the end of a match to send a good game to somebody. If you do, that's going to give him an additional 5 gold ore or scraps. You know, and so I feel sorry for this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and send him a good game. And so even though he didn't win and he's not going to get anything from winning, he's going to get a little bit. This is what it looks like for winners. He sent me a good game too, so that means I get an additional 5 scraps. A lot of times when you gain experience, you know, you just move from one notch to the next. There is no bonus for you unless there's a little question mark thing. Like this down here, there's always, nearly always one at the end, but a lot of times they'll have these question marks like throughout the bar here. Whenever you hit a question mark, you'll, oh crap, get me out of here. There we go. I keep forgetting to add to the weather, clear skies weather cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these to my deck. And I'm just gonna try to carry one of those. Which you may notice here, I got 31 cards now. You get a max of 40, but that you never know what's going to be drawn specifically because I think I'm not sure exactly how many cards you start out with. I think it's 12, and so it draws out of the ones you have in your deck. And sometimes you get a good draw, sometimes you get a really crappy draw. And so it's just sort of luck of the draw. This game comes down to luck of the draw a lot of times and the skill you have with the cards you're dealt. And you never know what your opponent has, but to be honest, in a game that depends on a draw, there are sometimes you just can't win. And so you are going to win and you're going to lose in this game. Let's see here. No. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. You may notice I just added 2 clear skies to my deck. None of them were at options there, so hopefully he won't play a weather card on me. I'm going to start out with this one just as a distraction. Again, my strategy here is going to be to buff my strongest card, make it even stronger, then double its strength, and then turn it gold. So I'm going to throw the card that's the cow down. Sometimes opponents like to attack that card and make it go ahead and spawn the monster so they don't have to worry about it the next round if they think they can beat your monster this round. He's not taking the bait on either one of those, so I'm going to go ahead and play my Redanian Knight and hope that he does not attack my Redanian Knight. That's going to upset me if he attacks my Redanian Knight. And he plays a weather card. Okay. Good thing it wasn't down here. That's fine if he wants to play it there. So I'm going to buff this guy. And again, my strategy is to take him as high as possible. Take the buff as high as possible and then secure it with the adrenaline card to take to the next round. And before that even, turn it gold so that he can't attack it anymore. Because there's nothing worse. See, I hate it when they attack my high card. There's nothing worse than taking a card that's really powerful in the next round, and you're like, oh yeah, I got this one, but if you haven't turned it gold, they'll just throw a Scorch card down and kill it, and kill your whole strategy. And then you just want to, like, grab your keyboard and bang it against something because you're pissed, if you're competitive like me. Alright. So far, so good. Okay, good. See, these distractions down here are working. He used his attack cards against that. That's good. That's what I was going for. He is falling right for the thing that I'm laying down here. And I'm about to play... I'm going to play this guy. Nah. There's a chance he'll spawn another buff. Like, there's also a chance that he'll... okay, actually, I think I'm... Yeah, here, let me... This is 50-50 here if he's going to spawn a buff. If he spawns a buff, it's going to work out good for me. And he doesn't spawn a buff. Okay. Because he could have either brought this guy back. This guy brings one card back from the dead. And so he could bring this guy back, or he could have brought the arrow guy back, who would give me another 4 to put up here, which I would then turn into 8, because I got this guy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to secure this guy for the next round. And then I'm going to buff him even higher by doing that. And then I'm going to turn him into a gold card by playing my Hinsult card, which turns all the cards on the row gold. Which these don't even matter at this point. It's just this guy that matters. And so I'm going to go ahead now and pass. And you may notice I have a Geralt card down here still. Geralt, however you say that. And so I'm looking pretty good for this next round. So it's best 2 of 3. I just killed him the first round. Now you might notice the cow card there spawned. Ooh, and look at that. That is a very, very powerful card that just spawned for me. I think I've got this one in the bag. So I'm going to play my Geralt card. He goes up to 14 automatically. I don't even know why. I think it's because I'm Northern Realms, and that's what he does with Northern Realms. And so here, I'm going to buff this guy twice. Boom. Double him, I should say. I don't think you can win. So I'm just going to pass. He played the weather card, which is insignificant since nobody's on that row for either team. Okay, he just attacked my monster for 4. Now, what are you going to do? He's thinking, I can't win. I just need to forfeit. And that's what he does. That's what I like to see right there. I'll send him a good game. He took his shellacking. And so I'm moving up on the level. Okay. I'll play again. So this strategy that I use with the Northern Realms works pretty well for me. There are other strategies you can use and ways of playing. I know I've seen some monster decks that have some pretty crazy stuff that they do. I've seen lots of other decks that do different things. Okay, I don't have any. Okay, so I got a trumpet. I was gonna say I don't have any buff cards really. I've just got this one. I need some more buffs. And I'm gonna put everything on one of these arrow guys. Okay, so this guy generally does not have weather cards. Alrighty. So total distraction here. Hopefully he'll attack this guy. And he'll use his attack cards early. He's not going to attack. Okay. So that tells me it's probably safe to go ahead and play my strongest attack card and start to buff it out. Because if he had had an attack card, I love how these Reavers, because the opponent knows the Reaver's going to spawn 2 more units and they're all going to strengthen. Oh, I was just going to say, they typically will use their attack card. That was odd. I guess he wanted, that card he used attacks more than 1 unit, so I guess he wanted to use it for that. That's okay. I'll give it right back here, +1. Throw my cow down just in case he's got any other attack cards. They will often like to attack the cow to take away what they think your advantage is going to be the next round, not knowing that my whole strategy is buffing this guy up to take him to the next round. Alright, so looking pretty good. I've got a lot more cards in the field right now, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Yennefer buff. Use her as the buff. So I'm going to add 2 strength to all of my units, plus my opponent's units. But I think I can get my cards much more powerful than his for this round, so it's going to be okay. So he's going to go ahead and use his special card. I don't even know what this guy does. It spawns 2 of these guys who lose strength but then somehow give it to others. I'm not really sure how that works. I really don't like this deck. This is probably the crappiest deck out of all of them. As far as playing against what I've seen, like playing against me, it may be really good against other kinds of decks, but as far as playing my Northern Realms deck, I kill these guys nearly every time I play them. Okay, so he just somehow buffed those up with some card that he had that's going to be insignificant, not going to matter. Because I'm pretty sure I've got this one in a bag. Okay, now he thinks that he's within shooting distance of me here. He does not know that I'm about to do this, which takes me from 61 to a 106. He was getting close there at 58. Now he's probably going to lose heart and pass because he knows he can't win this round. I don't know why he's wasting his cards at this point, unless he's got something up his sleeve I just don't know about. But I'm going to go ahead and gold these out. What he may have had up his sleeve was a Scorch card that he was saving because he thought he was going to use it to take away this guy. But I had turned him gold, and so there's no way he could use that against this guy. If he had used a Scorch card, it would have taken out the 2 strongest on the board, which would have been these down here. And so I just won that round, and now I'm moving into the next round with a gold card worth 38 and a monster, a chort worth 9. Plus, I've got some pretty good additional cards here. So I've got 4 cards, he's got 4 cards, but I'm already ahead by nearly 50. And so, or I'm ahead by nearly 40, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and play my Witcher card, which is going to go up to 14, and now he's probably just going to quit the game because he knows he can't win. Nope, he's going to play. He thinks he has a chance. This is guy is going to come and he's going to bring something else with him. Okay. I don't know why he doesn't just quit. He has virtually no chance of winning here. Go ahead and quit, dude. You lose. See, this is what I hate, when they have absolutely no chance and they keep wasting my time. You have lost. Okay, I'm just going to sit back and watch now. I've used all my cards. He thinks that he's got something. He has nothing. It's 86 to 23, now 86 to 34. You used all your cards. Congratulations. You got it all the way up to 34 against my nearly 90. You should have just forfeited and saved us both the time. All right, so good game. Continue. So that is Gwent. You kind of see how it works. Like I said, there are various decks you can use that do a lot of different cool things. The most weak one that I've seen so far is the Skellige. Scoia'tael, they're okay. I haven't seen any really impressive stuff with that. I'm finding the Northern Realms and the Monsters deck to be the best. But again, I'm new to this. I haven't seen all the cards that there are out there. Card progression and getting the best stuff is a slow process. You're going to have to put time in. But it is satisfying fighting against your opponents and beating them and getting rewarded and opening the card kegs and occasionally finding the good stuff. But really your best bet to building a good deck is going to be collecting scraps and building the cards yourself. So get the game whenever it comes out, play around with it, have some fun. This is the Gwent closed beta. If you can get into the closed beta, just Google it. It's playgwent.com, I believe, and you can go there and see if you can get in on this. I'm not sure how long the game is out from release, but it is a lot of fun. I think you guys will enjoy it.